Hello and welcome back to another guitar video. Today's video is going to be another Logic Pro video, and it's been so long since I've done one of these videos. Basically what happened was I went too far in chasing what I wanted it to sound like that it got to the point where it was so muddled and it did not sound like what I wanted at all, and it just became a bit of a chore. So what I've done is I've gone completely back to the beginning. I know the kind of elements that I want to keep in it, but I know that there's like the verse, for example, I didn't like the chorus, and I could not get the breakdown sorted. It got to the point where with drums it was so hard to find something from scratch and then build on it. So what I've done recently is I've started again. I deleted my bass, my effects, the drums I already had, and started with Drum Machine. What I'm going to show you today is how to make your own drums by using that as a foundation first and then build up from it. This is the riff that I've been doing the whole time. So I know that's what I want. So what I did is I then went onto Drummer, and then here obviously you can choose what you want to use, and automatically it brings like a track in already. Also you have different type of drummers. There's a description for each one, but at the moment I'm just going to use Kyle. It's really straightforward. This is the first song I've kind of like tried to do, so I want to keep it kind of straightforward. If I just put it on loop. So that kind of like fits pretty well. If I put it to loud and complex. Or if I then move it to loud and simple. So already you can kind of see the difference. There is so much customization here. I mean, here, these are just presets. So for example, if I go on Golden State, the yellow circle will be there, the tambourine's clicked. So we'll stay back on half pipe. We'll move that all the way to the corner. And then on here, we can decide how much of the kick and snare we want to use. If we use it down on 1. Compared to all the way up to 8. Also with that, if you don't want to use the hi-hat and you want more toms, you can kind of like put the toms in. So let's see what 3 toms sounds like with 4 kick and snare. Or if you don't want that, then you can just do cymbals, maybe more of like a chorus kind of sound. I mean, it all depends on what you want to hear. Something that I tried to use earlier, I don't know what's better really, is you can do the follow, and that kind of like will follow the audio. So for example, my guitar track is audio 2 at the moment, I haven't named it. So if I go on to follow audio 2, and let's just go back onto this. So as you can see, it's like really simple, and then even though I'm like happy with what it sounds like, there's stuff that I might want to change. So what I can do is I can control click and go on to convert drummer to MIDI region. And what that does is it then turns it green, and you can kind of like take things out. So I've got a crash here on 1, but if I wanted it here as well, and let's do 4, it could go. Basically what I did, I took something that Drum Machine made for me, I went through and edited it and just kind of tweaked it here and there. I've made the first drum beat for kind of like the intro, and then I know kind of like, well, with the verse, I'm going to want something else. So then what I can do is with the verse, I want it to be a little bit more simple. I don't want too much going on, so I can just start playing around with it again. So let's just stick with that for the time being. And then obviously, once again, I can go on here, convert to MIDI, and I can edit whatever I want. If I start from here, which is halfway through the intro. good. I'm a little bit envious of what I've done. Maybe you might have to kind of like go into here and sort out a bit of like the feel, so they kind of like merge pretty well. At the moment, this drum kit is on the SoCal Kyle kind of like track. If I go on software instrument, drum kit, down to producer kits, and where is it? There we go, SoCal, that, come on Jay. So now that's all one track. I went down onto here, opened this up, and then I literally separated everything. Here's the kick. So I copied, then I clicked onto kick, which is here, and then paste. And I basically separated every individual track. I then merged everything together. So where I had everything cropped and cut here, I've then merged and I've gone through and made sure that everything fits in really well. So I can re-record the guitar in time with the drums and it should sound a lot better. This is what I've come up with for the time being. So that's what I've got for the moment. As you can see here, I've got intro and riff into intro. In the first one, it's kind of quite slow. My verse I'm quite happy with. The riff into chorus, the drums are changed, but the riff's the same. It sounds a little bit better, and I think that's because there's more snare involved. So what I might do is I can go back, instead of editing from like just here, I can just go down to snare, and I can just see what's making it seem so slow. So instead of kind of like getting complicated and accidentally maybe deleting a hi-hat here or a kind of like tom here or whatever, because I've got it all separated, it's easier to do. If I go solo snare and then let's just say solo the guitar, it will sound like this. See, like straight away. Quickly do this and then I'll play it all again. The snare's a little bit faster, and let's unsolo that and let's go from the beginning. So there's still something that I can do to it and tweak it, but for the time being it's a little bit better than what it was before. That was just a quick update and just a quick introduction on how to do like the drums. I'm just happy that I finally used the drum machine, because before I was too scared and it was quite intimidating to use, and I didn't want to feel like I was cheating by just kind of like, you know, just stealing off of Kyle. That's all for today. Hopefully there'll be another video shortly, and I'll get this song out eventually in the near future, probably 2021. Thanks for watching. See you next time.